G'day guys, it's David Crowder here, and today I've got a very special guy with me. It's John Dwyer, JD, otherwise known as Mr. Wow. He's the guy that brought Seinfeld to Australia, and that's another whole story. But the reason I got him here is because we've been doing some cool stuff behind the scenes over the last few months, and a lot of it has to do with websites. Now, personally and publicly, I've never offered to do websites. I do it for clients all the time, and same with JD, and actually we work together on a lot of clients now. But we've never actually publicly offered this service. So we thought, why not jump on camera and really discuss with people what a website should actually do, to use it as a sales tool rather than just a brochure. So what we've done, we've got together here down the Gold Coast, and we're just going to record a few videos for you, and you'll get them over the next few days. And we're going to really dig deep into what your website should look like and how to use that website to as a sales tool rather than just a brochure. And John, I reckon we'll just start with what's the biggest mistake people make when it comes to websites? What's the mistakes you see business owners make?
Well, Dave, before we start, I'd like to say that you've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is, you said he's a Seinfeld guy, and you haven't given me the opportunity to show off.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Let me explain very quickly why, because you're probably sitting there saying, well, who's this guy next to Dave, saying nothing up until now, and he said he's a Seinfeld guy. Well, no, I'm not the Seinfeld guy. I just happen to have been able to score Jerry Seinfeld for one of my clients here in Australia, a bank called the Greater Building Society. I'm in the marketing business, of course, and so I was lucky enough to score Jerry to be their spokesman, which was a bit of a coup. So I won't show off any more about that, but I just thought I'd better explain what the Seinfeld guy was all about.
All right, that's true, that's true.
Good. Now, Dave, yeah, look, as a marketing consultant, a lot of my work is all about helping people understand the benefits of having a well-designed website. Mm-hmm. And there's three core things that you need to think about when you're designing a website, and that is you have to have a data capture facility. Mm-hmm. So if someone's going to come onto your website, make sure you offer them something for free, or free download, or free report, something to capture data, because we all know how valuable that will be once you build the list. Number two, you have to give them the facility to buy. So if they're ready to buy right now, then you have to show them how they can buy right now. Yeah. And thirdly, if they want more information, then show them how easy it is to get more information. Yeah, guys, I want you guys to get this, because the first objective with any website that we build is to capture people's names and details. And the reason for that is because 99% of the time, people will come to your website. If they don't see within the first 3 to 5 seconds exactly what they're after, they may leave and you never see them again. If you've got a great offer on there, if you've got stuff to educate them and they leave their details on there, you've now got the chance to market to them by email for free, even if they leave your website. Absolutely. So that should be... Dave, what really frustrates me, I have a lot of clients, a lot of small to medium-sized businesses and a number of big ones. And you know, even the big ones fail to capture data. I was just doing a seminar recently, and I think I freaked out the audience, which is pretty good for my age to freak anyone out. Yeah. I said to them, have a look at these particular websites. It was Qantas, it was Hilton Hotels, it was the Hyatt Hotels, it was Luna Park, it was Arnott's Biscuits. None of them had a data capture facility on them. We're talking about big businesses. None of them had a video testimonial, and none of them had any data capture facility on them. And we're talking blue chip businesses. Yeah, and why wouldn't you? You'd be silly, because here's the thing. People pay me thousands of dollars every month to drive traffic to their website through SEO. Now, on top of that, if you're a smart business, you're probably doing advertising in the paper. You might be doing Yellow Pages advertising. You're doing social media. What I'm getting at is you're spending a lot of money to drive traffic to your website. Now, if you don't have a facility to monetize that traffic, if people aren't ready right there and then, you're really leaving a lot of money on the table. Crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. So if you're watching this now and you're hearing us rabbit on about data capture facilities, do something about it. You have to do something about it. It is crazy. It'd be a bit like having a dinner party at home, having a whole bunch of guests around the table and letting them leave without knowing who the hell they were. Yeah, that's right. It's as silly as that. You can't build a relationship. So objective number one, your website must capture data. Now the second one is, with the second objective of a website? You've got to have the facility for someone to buy if they're ready to buy now. Yeah, so you need to make the sale. So your website isn't just there as a brochure.
you need to give people the opportunity to actually buy from you, either via phone call in, by selling your products online, but you need to have the facility.
Yeah, and it's amazing how many websites don't. And I'm not necessarily saying that you need a shopping cart. If you happen to be a business that has multiple, commodities, then of course a shopping cart comes into play. But if you're a service-driven industry, just the ability for them to click a particular button and come through to an inquiry line so that they can actually buy from you at that stage, that's important.
Yeah, and here's the biggest thing. You've got to have what's called a call to action. You've got to tell people what to do. People, when they're on the internet, there's so much stuff going on, so they lose focus. So you need to have an objective of your website, which number one is, yes, we said data capture, but if you're going to sell stuff, you've got to tell them what you want them to do. So call us now, if you, as you said, if you're a service-driven business, or click here to get to fill out the inquiry form. Tell them what they need to do, okay? So that's...
And Dave, we'll be talking a little more about direct response tactics, I know, in future videos, but just, if you don't mind me just mentioning here now, one of the big things with direct response marketing is scarcity or time limitation. So therefore, if you have a product or a service which to you is a hot one, make sure that you build scarcity into the offer. In other words, we only have a certain amount left, or a time limitation, and this offer is available only until Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. You do that and watch that multiply your results by 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10-fold.
That's very powerful, and it's pretty advanced stuff, so that's really cool, and we're going to touch onto that later on. So we've gone through objective number 1 and number 2. Now number 3 is for those people that just want a little bit more time. They may not be ready to buy, they may not be ready to give up their information because they just don't want to be contacted right now. So the rest of the website should flow so you can give more information, get them to click through to more pages on your website, which explain really what you do. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah. I continue, at my age, I continue to tell people that if they are going to be building a website, make sure that they develop the website like they would a conversation. So for example, if I was trying to sell to you at the moment, if I just rah 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 in your face, I think you'd probably back away.
Yeah, I'd be like, JD, I'm out of here.
You got it. Yeah, no, come on. But you do that quite often, actually.
Yeah.
I think I'm interesting. But the thing is, you treat your website just as you would treat a normal conversation, a normal liaison with someone who may have walked into your office or walked into your shop. And that is, you wouldn't rah 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 at them straight away. You'd ask them, who they are and what they're looking for. You'd go through a storytelling process. And that's what a website should be. Your homepage should be very compelling, and we'll talk more about that in the next video of how it can be compelling. But you just need to have a conversation with them. You need to lead them through the story to hopefully then get the call to action that's going to nail them.
Yeah, so those are the 3 objectives, but here's the thing, we don't just teach theory, and I really want to demonstrate this in this video as well, because what we've got for you is something really special. John here, he's actually a bit of an artist. He thinks he's real good, but I think he's a little bit alright. But what he's got for you right now, and we're going to share this with you on this training video, we're going to show you some before and after shots and what your website should look like. So John, I'm just going to let you run through these because they're going to come up on the screen. You're going to see exactly what we've been talking about, these 3 key objectives, what they look like in real life. Okay.
Thanks, Dave, for saying that I'm a bit of an artist. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, you're a bit of an IT, online, SEO expert. No, he's very good. I'm only joking. In fact, he's one of the best I've come across. Look, let me say this to you, is that I believe your homepage of your website should look like the front page of a very successful magazine. Take, for example, Woman's Day or New Idea magazines or Who magazine, any one of those very popular magazines. That's what the front page of your website should look like. And if it doesn't, then start thinking about the fact that you need to change. Most website homepages that I've seen are very, very boring. And so no wonder the bounce rate's very high, where people just go on and bounce straight off again. So what you're seeing on the screen at the moment is a few layouts of mine, whereby I'm showing you that the homepage of the website needs to have a data capture facility, needs to have a compelling headline, and you'll see that these headlines are all problem solution headlines. We're taking them from pain to pleasure. And that's another story all by itself that we'll talk about at some other stage. But you need to take your consumer, your visitor to your website, through their pain and through to the pleasure that you can provide to them. And then you'll see there is a video. And what we suggest to you is that you make a very compelling video, something like this one. Oh, I laugh, I'm sorry. Whereby you are introducing yourself, your business, your services, your products, and really sort of let people get to know you, and I think that's very important to put on the homepage. I am always intrigued with people hiding their testimonial videos down in the testimonial page. Nothing wrong with having a testimonial page, but if you've got someone raving about your services or products, I would include that in your welcome video on the front page. So if you can see what I'm showing you on screen at the moment, you're seeing some before and after shots where I've got hold of a website and I've said, no, don't do that. That is very, very boring. That is very conservative. Have a look at what Woman's Day would do with that. Have a look at what Woman's Weekly would do with that. Have a look at what Don Burke's Gardening magazine would do with that. That's what you've got to do with your website.
Yeah, no, mate. I'm always amazed at these before and after shots. They're incredible, aren't they? And but that's really what it's about. We really want to give you guys some value and actually show you what this stuff should look like. We're not a web design company or anything like that. We just want to help you understand how your business should be using your website as a sales tool, because that's what it is. It's a 24-hour sales person working for you on the internet. And here's the real cool thing that I think really takes this thing to another level, because at the end of the day, if you've got staff, you want them to do things, 80% of the time they're probably not going to do exactly as you want it to be done. With a website, you can perfect it exactly 100% how you want things done, and it gets done every time. And I'm talking about the welcome video and how people are treated when they land on the site.
Good point.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to go into more of that in a few more videos, which we've got upcoming. Now, before I go, I just want you guys to really, I guess, a little bit of homework and think about what you can do on your website. What can you give away? How can you make people feel welcome the second that they land on the page so they don't bounce straight off? What can you do to capture people's details, which, as we said, is #1 objective. All right? Now, we've got something really special for you guys. We've already given away a fair bit of content here. This kind of stuff I only usually share in my mastermind groups, but we've given it away for free. In the next video, John and I have actually gotten together and we've got a layout of a free report that you can plug and play your information into for your business, and you can give this stuff away on the internet. Now, quick question to John before we go. What is it that a report does to a business in terms of how people perceive that business when you have a free report like that?
It projects them, and I won't go on a lot about it here because it is in the next video that Dave's just told you about, but it projects them, catapults them to expert status. The moment you're giving out advice, as in a report or a video download or something like that, you are catapulted to expert status, and that's exactly where you want to sit. And I'm not asking you to fake it till you make it, but if you are good at what you do and you consider yourself to be an expert, start telling the world about it. Start becoming the Steve Irwin of your industry, and you just watch people gravitate to you.
And the other big thing that it does for local businesses, it totally switches everything over. Rather than trying to compete on price, you're now competing on value and your expert status. So we've got that coming up for you in the next video. I hope you really enjoyed this one, because we really enjoyed making it, I think.
Well, also, Dave, now that you've teased everyone about what's coming up in the next video, I'm actually on the edge. See, I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'm on the edge.
Yeah, this is how corny, see how corny we end these videos?
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. We'll see you in the next video, and I hope you really enjoyed this one.
See you next one.
Ciao. Cool, I think that's a take.
That was, yeah, probably too long. It was, well, it's